Hey friends, come here, take a seat. I want to talk to you about a place that doesn't just exist on a map, but in a feeling. A place that, once you've been, seems to live permanently in a corner of your heart. I'm talking about Austria. We often dream of grand adventures, of exotic, far-flung destinations. But sometimes, the most profound beauty is found in places that feel like a deep, comforting exhale. Austria is that exhale. It's a country woven from storybook landscapes, from a culture that treasures Gemütlichkeit, that untranslatable word for coziness, warmth, and good cheer, and from a quiet, powerful love for the simple, good things in life. For the next little while, I want to take you there. Not just to see it, but to feel it. The crisp mountain air, the warmth of a handcrafted mug, the echo of history in a cobblestone street. Because Austria isn't just a postcard. It's a living, breathing, charming embrace. Let's start with the stage itself. The Austrian landscape. It's nature showing off, but in a refined, majestic way. This isn't just a few pretty hills. The Alps here feel like ancient, wise guardians. You stand at the foot of a giant like the Grossglockner, and you feel wonderfully, peacefully small. Your breath catches, partly from the altitude, mostly from the awe. But it's not just the peaks, it's the ways you experience them. It's the rhythmic clunk of your boots on a gravel path, the only sound besides your own heartbeat. It's hiking through a pine forest so thick and quiet, the sunlight comes down in dusty shafts. You round a bend and there it is, a tiny, perfect alpine hut, a hoot with smoke curling from the chimney. The promise of a slice of homemade cake and a glass of buttermilk after 5 hours of walking is a happiness I cannot describe. And then, the water. The lakes, places like Hallstatt, Wolfgangsee, or the secret corners of the Salzkammergut. The water isn't blue or green. It's a color you have to see to believe, a turquoise so pure, a silver so mirror-like, it defies logic. In the morning, mist hangs over it like a blanket. At noon, it sparkles with a million diamonds. And in the evening, it holds the entire pink and orange sunset perfectly still, creating a double sky. You'll find yourself just staring for a very, very long time. Then you have the valleys, the rolling hills of Styria, covered in vineyards so precise they look like green corduroy. The fairy tale woods of the Wienerwald, right on the edge of Vienna. The dramatic gorges and waterfalls of places like Kitzlochlam, where you walk on pathways carved into sheer rock, with a thunderous river roaring below. Austria's landscape is a masterclass in diversity, all packed into one taking country. But a beautiful stage is nothing without its people. And this is where Austria truly steals your heart. Austrians have a reputation for being a bit reserved at first. There's a formality, a polite distance. But let me tell you a secret. It's just the first layer. Break through that layer with a smile, with an attempt at a Grugat greeting, and you find the most wonderful warmth. This is the land of Gemütlich. It's the atmosphere in a centuries-old, wood-paneled coffee house where you can sit for 3 hours over a single coffee and read the paper, and no one will rush you. It's the sound of laughter and clinking glasses in a Buschenschank, a rustic wine tavern in the countryside, where the winemaker's wife brings out platters of cold cuts and cheeses from the farm, and the new wine, Sturm or Heuriger, flows freely. It's a deep, fierce pride in local tradition. You see it in the villages, the hand-painted signs on the shops, the impeccably maintained farmhouses with geraniums overflowing from every window box. The passion for local craftsmanship, the loden cloth, the delicate glassware, the intricate Christmas ornaments. These aren't souvenirs. They're stories made tangible. There's a slowness here, a value placed on quality of life. It's the Bergheil greeting between hikers on a trail. It's the families gathered for a Sunday walk, everyone from toddlers to grandparents. It's the sound of a brass band playing in a village square during a summer festival, and everyone is tapping their foot. It's a culture that's slow down, enjoy this moment, enjoy this company, enjoy this view. Their love for their home isn't loud or boastful. It's in the careful way they maintain it, and the generous way they share it with you when they see you appreciate it too. And how do we celebrate these moments? With food, of course. Austrian food is the edible version of Gemütlichkeit. It's hearty, it's comforting, it's made with love from local ingredients, and it tells the history of the country from the humble farmhouse to the imperial palace. Let's talk about the iconic Wiener Schnitzel. It's not just fried meat. It's a thin, tender veal or pork cutlet, pounded perfectly, breaded with airy, golden breadcrumbs, and fried to a crispy, shattering perfection that gives way to juicy tenderness. Served with a wedge of lemon and a potato salad, it's a symphony of simplicity. Then there's Käsespätzle. Imagine the best, most comforting mac and cheese you've ever had, but the noodles are little, irregular, hand-scraped dumplings, and the cheese is a fragrant alpine variety topped with crispy fried onions. It's a hug in a bowl, often found after a long day in the mountains. You have your sweet rituals, the afternoon coffee and cake, sinking your fork into a slice of dense, chocolatey Sachertorte in the Grand Café Sacher, or the warm, flaky layers of an Apfelstrudel, spiced with cinnamon and served with a silky vanilla sauce. And the drinks, the crisp, dry white wines from the Wachau Valley, enjoyed by the Danube, the robust reds from Burgenland, the seasonal of Sturm, the young fermenting grape juice in the fall. And let's not forget the beer culture sitting in a shaded beer garden with a tall, foamy under the chestnut trees. This food isn't fancy for the sake of being fancy. It's food that nourishes the body and the spirit. It's meant to be shared, to be lingered over, to be the centerpiece of a good conversation. Now, let's weave all of this into the places you live at. Austria's cities aren't separate from the nature and culture. They're an extension of it. Vienna is an imperial daydream infused with modern energy. It's the clip-clop of horse carriages in front of the stunning Hofburg Palace. It's the hauntingly beautiful voice of a boys' choir in the Gothic cathedral. It's the Art Nouveau swirls of the Secession Building and the masterpieces in the Kunsthistorisches Museum. But it's also vibrant, green, and alive, with the Danube Island and the giant Prater Park right in the heart of it. Salzburg is music made visible. The Baroque spires and fortress seem to rise directly from the Sound of Music hills. You can almost hear a Mozart piano concerto floating from an open window on Getreidegasse. It's a city of charm and astonishing beauty at every turn. Innsbruck is where urban life and raw alpine power meet in the most dramatic way. You can be shopping in the historic Old Town under the famous Golden Roof and literally look up to see the jagged, snow-capped peaks of the Nordkette Range towering over the city like protective giants. It's incredible. And then the true magic, the small towns and villages. Hallstatt, yes, but also places like Alpbach, a flower-filled wonderland. Dürnstein on the Danube with its blue tower. The thermal spa town of Baden. These are places where time seems to have a gentler pace, where every detail feels cared for, where you can truly unwind and just be. So, what is Austria in the end? It's the scent of pine needles and fresh pastry. It's the sound of cowbells and cafe chatter. It's the feeling of warm sun on your face after a cool mountain descent. It's the taste of cold, clear water from a hillside spring. It's the sight of a centuries-old tradition carried on with joy. It's a country that is breathtakingly beautiful, not in a wild, untamed way, but in a composed, harmonious, and deeply charming way. It's a country whose people, once you connect, show a quiet, sincere love for their home and a willingness to let you love it too. Austria doesn't shout, it whispers. And it's in that whisper, in the rustle of leaves on a forest path, in the murmur of a friendly toast, in the quiet awe of a mountain vista, that you find its unforgettable magic. It's a place reminds you to breathe deeply, to savor slowly, and to appreciate the profound beauty of a world built on charm, culture, and a deep, abiding love for the land. Thank you for letting me share with you. Maybe I'll see you there someday, on a trail or in a cafe, ready to discover it for yourself.